where he was born and believes in what he believes about everyone. After walking and walking, the man who said the road to hell ends here and sat on a stone. His sores were bleeding, his clothes were red, and he was crying. I told him that he has Lord and my God, because their dresses are red if you came in white. Why do they bleed? And why are you crying? And he told me, I cry when I know that for all of them my sacrifice was useless, and my blood was lost in vain, because they did not want to save themselves. They despised me. My clothes are red, soaked by my blood that I have shed for the pain of their sins. And that they did not want to receive, since my forgiveness is given by my Father, but they did not receive me, and I left it in writing. Whoever receives me will make him a son of God. Oh my daughter, pray, pray, help me to the salvation of men and souls. We hugged and cried together. Suddenly I was in my room, hugging tightly in it. The fear was terrifying. My whole body trembled. I told him, Sir, I'm afraid. He placed his hands on my head and told me, you won't tell what I've seen until 6 months after he has fully recovered. 6 months to recover. Then I will take you to heaven and show you the path of those who go through it. We prayed together. He said goodbye and left me alone. I saw him go. He looked at me again. He was still crying. His clothes were red. His sores were bleeding. He said to God with his hand and disappeared from my sight. This is more or less a half-short story, retelling truth about hell, children. Here's another one. Here he describes hell as a body, arms, feet, because the church is a body and Satan wants to have a church, and he says who goes to the feet, who goes to the belly, who goes to the heart, how Satan communicates to the earth through the horns, and how Satan allows spirits to disguise themselves as people and come to deceive people to found some faith, to found something and then disappear and take them to hell. Children, pray. Pray sincerely. Do you want to confess well? Read in Romans 1:18 up to chapter 2, and I'm not wrong, read Corinthians 6, Galatians 5 I think, and review all the sins there. Read Leviticus. I forgot the quote from Leviticus, oh God, from Deuteronomy. Leviticus. I don't say quote because where the curses of the Lord are and where the sins are, cursed be the one who does this, cursed is the one who does that. He gives a list of more than 120 sins, the quotes that I give him. Romans 1, 118 onwards. Yeah. Corinthians 1, Corinthians chapters, Corinthians 1st chapter 6. Galatians 5, I think where they are. And in the book of Leviticus, from Deuteronomio, I don't remember if it's from Deuteronomy 28:29, the Leviticus 14, I don't remember right now where they are, where God curses if one sins in that, and we can make a list of sins. After you have the list of sins to make a good confession, you will do it as follows. Ask the guardian angel to help you remember all the sins to one blamed for us. Ask for the protection of Mary Most Holy. First go to the Most Holy Jesus sacramented on your knees in front of him, asking for the protection of Saint Michael the Archangel. Read him the list of sins that you have in your hand. Read to Jesus. Tell him to give him the grace of forgiveness, ask him for mercy, and give up the sins that are difficult for him to get rid of. Before getting up from there on your knees confessing before the Most Holy, make your resolution not to fall into those sins again or to change even if it is into a sin, a strong purpose. Ask him for heavenly help, to get up, beg him, before getting up, beg him Jesus a good confessor. Ask him, Lord, take me to a priest who knows how to listen to this list of sins, who enlightens me, speak to me through him. And if the priest scolds him, it's Jesus. Because the Son speaks to me through him. And after asking the Lord for forgiveness and doing that, get up, go to the priest and tell him, Father, these are my sins, ta. Do not accuse others, it is your sin. Don't say, Father, it's that I hate my mother-in-law because my mother-in-law doesn't love me. Not loving her is a matter of your mother-in-law. You say I don't hate my mother-in-law. I want to stop that hatred because here she made the purpose of loving her even though she doesn't love her.
I make myself understand.
Don't go to confession with Father Carlos like a lady did once and confessed for about an hour more talking. In the end I told her, Madam, I absorb your husband's sins. Tell your husband that he can receive communion. Yes, because he told me your husband sins. We are very easy to seek justifications.
Don't justify yourself. Don't justify yourself.
In front of Jesus, don't have masks. Say, I have stolen, I have done this. If you have doubts about any sin, yes, Father, I have a doubt, and make a good confession asking for the help of God, Holy Mary, and confessing the first in front of the Holy One. Do not let Satan torment you after confessing, because Satan is an expert. Give us the guilt. First, before confessing, he tells us you are not guilty, you are not guilty. And one says, oh, that was not a sin. After you confess them, start telling them, God, I don't forgive you. God, I don't forgive you. You're still guilty. Take him out. Send him to hell. Don't let a man who confessed and couldn't forgive himself. He said, Sir, that I do, and the Father told him, look at that cross. He said, yes. He said that is a sign that the Lord has already forgiven him. When he came out again, Satan came and told him, hey, he confessed wrong. God did not forgive him. And the man looked and saw the cross and said to Satan, Satan, do you see the cross?
Satan said, yes, I see it.
He said, that is a sign that Christ has already forgiven me, and Satan said, shut up.
Be quiet.
Damned. And he left. You are cunning. Clever liar, be clever in these times when Satan is abounding in evil. Clever than mind control. I don't know what else than courts for good luck, than ringing bells to drive away evil spirits, than rice, that the water, that for the angels to enter. The angels are bodies without corporeal. They do not need anything to enter. They are not hungry. Don't be fooled by the smoke that Satan is spewing. Don't be fooled, son. Be cunning, super cunning. Disguise yourself as an angel of light. Several people call me Father, but she's a very good lady. She has the Virgin of Guadalupe. Oh, holy God. She can have even the mother of the devil, and since the devil does not have a mother, that person does not have a mother. Being cunning, the Word of God says, will deceive even the very elect. There will be religious priests and nuns who will be deceived.